Hello, everyone. Welcome to Day Leader Live's preview show. I'm joined by Mark Hawks. I'm John Hunter. We're talking about the Bulldogs game at Lennox coming up on Friday. We will not be live streaming that game, Mark, but we did want to give Bulldog fans a little bit of a look at the Orioles and the Bulldogs and a little bit of the matchup. So, two longtime rivals. You're familiar with both of them. Bulldogs 4-1, Lennox 3-2. What are you kind of thinking about for Friday's game?
Well, I'm thinking about a motivated Lennox Oriole team. They've kind of been the doormat of Pac-12 for a few years, and they got off to a great start. But that as the season rolls along, it looks like they might not quite be the team that we thought they were earlier. 3 wins over 3 teams with nothing more than 3 wins between those 3 teams. They got beat by the Freight Train T, which is a really good team, and then lost to Volga, Sioux Valley and Volga, and which is a little bit of a surprise. I imagine we're going to meet a really motivated Lennox team, and that this week of practice has been intense.
And so the Bulldogs, a little bit of an up and down as well. 4-1 record, that's terrific. They did lose that one game to Class 11B powerhouse Bridgewater Emory Ethan. But then they come back right after that and have a terrific win here at Trojan Field. What do you think about the Bulldogs?
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs are right where they want to be. They've been great. They've made a lot of adjustments from last season to this season, and they've performed well. Worked through the glitches, worked through the newness of players in important positions. And I think they're as good as we can expect them to be. They've played very well, and they took on a real tough West Central team that kind of had us a little outsized in most spots, especially in the backfields of both sides of the ball. So kudos to them. The West Central defense was able to only score once on us. Our offense was only able to score once. Other than that, they had a pick 6, but our defense is really looking good. Our offense is clicking, so I think they're right where they want to be.
Is there a difference for the Bulldog team home and away? Losing on the road, BEE, winning big against West Central at home. Is there a difference home and road for this squad?
I think they would say of that BEE game, they just weren't quite ready mentally and maybe even physically. But I think Bridgewater Emory had a chip on their shoulder. I think as most schools do over the last 5 or 6 years of Madison Class A dominance. So they've got to be ready for that, and I think Lennox will have the same attitude, and they'll be on their home field. They'll have, they want to hit hard first, and just keep beating on Madison. So I look for Lennox to take it right up the middle between the tackles. That's what they started to do with T, and as soon as they started to play behind, they threw the ball a little bit more, and they go over the top. They run a lot of slant and out routes, and they obviously can throw the ball. So they've got the talent, and I think they're looking for a game that brings it all together. We just want to make sure it's not our game.
Very good. So just a reminder, that game is at Lennox. We will not be there. We will not be live casting that game on dayleaderlive.com. So go down to Lennox if you want to support the Bulldogs. Otherwise, you can check out the results in Monday's Madison Day Leader sports pages. Larry Leeds will have that game there. And we will join you a week from Friday, a big game against T area, two powerhouses, Madison and T, for that game. So no coverage for the Lennox game on Friday. A week from Friday, we will be live streaming the game from T. So for Mark Hawks, I'm John Hunter. Thanks for joining us on the preview show. We'll see you next time.